Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV and the BSR MX5 series. We are at Charlotte Road, albeit compared to what the Facebook site says. So, yep, do ignore that. But yeah, so Charlotte Road instead of the Indy Road. Yeah, must be some confusion with the schedule. We'll look into that later. Alex Simpson here with Chaz Draycott. Welcome, buddy.
Hello. We're excited for this one. Just have a nice oval course. Well, oval road course, of course, but it's always throwing up a bit of action in these MX5, so it should be good to see how people use the draft tonight.
You kind of always forget about this one because this is one of the free sort of rovals you get, isn't it? And when you first join iRacing, but it's actually an interesting little track. I mean, it's been resurfaced recently because the middle part was nothing really. There's no curbing or anything to it, but of late, I know in real life, like I say, it's all been resurfaced and redone, curbing, adding all sorts of stuff. So they've made a bit of an effort on it, but we haven't quite got that yet.
No, iRacing's still giving us the old stuff, but as with quite a lot of tracks like Silverstone, and I think there's a lot of confusion around Lime Rock as well because there's lots of updates there. So it's something we hope to see them do in the future.
It's interesting. This is one of obviously the circuits that they spent a fair bit of time on, Charlotte, because the whole the shot I'm looking at right now, well, focused on Peter Van Gogh, the whole crowd is animated, so moving around. So yeah, one of the free bits of content they're obviously doing what they need to promote the sim, and fair play on them. Chaz, would you mind doing the honours? Just quickly run us through the sort of the top 15 of the grid.
Yeah, we've got Peter Van Gool on pole position with Alex Cherney alongside him. Barely even 200ths of a second between them. You've got Steve Hefford. Chepelewski's joining us tonight. He's a really quick driver from the BSR TC. Stephen Baxter and Adam McNally make up the third row of the grid in 5th and 6th, with Hedgecock and Berridge in 7th and 8th. Adam Broughton-Grant is 9th with Brian Holmes 10th. He's another quick driver, so we'll be watching him for tonight. You've got Adam Delmont of Youth Energy with Rob Graham 11th and 12th. 13th and 14th on the grid is Ross Strain and Lee Deemer. We've seen recently Lee's doing all right in the BSR IMSA series. And Max Wright and Michael Barry make up 15th and 16th as the lights come on.
Here we go then. First race of the evening is away at Charlotte. It's a good start for Peter Van Gogh as he heads in towards turn 1. No issues. Are the rest of the pack going to follow him through? It's always the concern.
There's a bit 4 wide at the back. Can't see who that was. I think it was one of the Auto Met cars. It was, yeah, Lorne Murray made contact with someone. They were 4 wide going into turn 1 though, and
even 2 wide around as well.
Yeah, he's in a big cloud of smoke there. Turns the car back round. He seems to be getting on his way all right.
Awesome start for Peter Van Gogh. We've got a healthy lead already. 9/10 of a second from Cherney, then Hefford. Baxter up 1 spot. He got past Cheppy at the start.
Yeah, he's going to be putting him under quite a lot of pressure there, isn't he? He's got Steve, as we've seen, is really, really quick in this car, so maybe the draft will come into effect here. A few positions back as well. You've got Stelian Chepelewski and Adam McNally, another guy who's quick in this car side by side. And then behind them as well, there's jostling for position. It's just mayhem as they go down the straight. Bit of bump drafting from Brian Holmes as well.
Yeah, why not? Exactly. Try and get the momentum up the best you can.
Got Hefford going side by side here with Cherney as they come across the line. Hefford's got a great run, and they're obviously, excuse me, they've got a good run on Van Gool as well. They've just got to be careful on the brakes. So with the slipstream, you're going to be braking a bit later. Look at the chaos behind him there. The 2 Youth Energy boys nearly come together. The 3 of them in there now. That's going to be 3 wide in turn 2. They do well to avoid contact there. I think that's Hedgecock in the middle, but Adam McNally's dropped like a stone there. He's gone down a few positions in just those 2 corners.
This little battle, you're not invited unless you're called Adam Hedgecock, Adam Delmont, Adam Broughton-Grant, and Adam McNally. What is going on?
Just need Adam Bath in here now.
Yeah, where is he?
Just looking a bit further down the order, it seems like everyone's staying single file for now. Except for that lot, there's 5 of them there. There's Max Wright in the middle of it as they come onto the oval. This is for, I'm just looking down the order, this is 13th, 14th, 15th and 16th place. Josh Thompson's in there as well, making up places. So far Josh has gained 9 positions. He started the 23rd on the grid, and in 1 lap he's up to, oh, where's he gone? He's just moved 14th. He's got the slipstream on one of the Youth Energy boys now. making good use of the slipstream there as well. He's trying to bump draft. Just needs to be careful not to quarter panel that car on the outside.
Yeah, very easily done. Oh, so close up the front as well. Just wherever you look, really, the camera's flipping around, and there's just battles going on. That's a epic shot as they come
Josh
through
Thompson,
one.
Lee Deemer. There's a big crash coming into turn one. There's 2 separate accidents. There was contact. I'm just trying to look back at who that was. It was the car that was in the middle. I think it was one of the Automet cars. It was Rob Graham. He just washed up a little bit and bounced off. Actually, to be fair, he got clipped by Deemer, and then he turned Thompson back into Deemer as they came through turn one, and he's managed to put it in the pit lane facing the pace car himself. Behind them as well, there was another accident. Just trying to look at who that was. Someone clipped. 2 drivers came together under brakes. It was that. It was Jordan Giddings and Luke Clark. I think Luke tried to cut across underneath him. Yeah, he just ran into the back of him, and I think Scott Malcolm got caught up in that innocently as well, unfortunately. Madness, absolute madness.
Yep, can happen here, and it does happen. And into turn one is always the one, and you get such a great run, and it gets busy. That's exactly what's happened there.
Steve Hefford has inherited the lead at some point. There's a fantastic battle at the front. Look at these lot here. It's unbelievable. There's 7 cars battling. They're 4 wide nearly, and who's that through the middle? That boosted car through the middle. What a manoeuvre. That was Stephen Back. No, it wasn't Stephen Back. It was Lee Berridge.
Yeah, Berridge absolutely flew in there. Just saw it open up, didn't he? It was like, thank you very much, I can take that. Walked on through the open door.
I was going to say, I'm surprised he fitted his testicular fortitude through there. That was really ballsy move, that one. But at the sharp end, it's Cherney now.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to change every lap until the end of this race. It's not done, that's for sure.
You've got to put the Watkins-Glenn strategy into play here, where you don't want to be the guy in the lead coming onto the last lap. Even the MX5s look good on the banking going around there.
I think even second place is not necessarily a great place to be. We've seen some people there in the last couple of laps get runs from third, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Steve's re-inherited the lead now, but watch Berridge as he gets the run. They're all going to just close up on each other as they come onto the main straight now. Cherney's even got that much of a slipstream. He might have a go, but look at Berridge flying through there. Is he going to go through the middle again? He's going to try it for the second time round. Along there.
I was about to say, someone blew an engine as well. One of the Youth Energy cars. No, it's not. It was Van Gogh. Oh, from the lead as well. In pole position. It's looking good. And all of a sudden that.
I can hear skid marks. Well, I can hear sliding and probably see skid marks at some point. Seems like everyone's okay. That lead battle's just unbelievable. There's how many 10 cars in that now?
Yeah, how can you look away? That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Youth Energy boys are all in there now. There's 3 of them up there. You've got 2 of the boosted lads as well, Momo boys. It's all these teams all showing how strong all their entries are. I think there's actually 3 from each team, unless I can't count. Yeah, there's 3 from each team, and then Alex Cherney's on his own. There's 3 Momo cars, 3 boosted, 3 Youth Energy, and then Cherney. It's like BTCC in 2000. 3 Hondas, 3 Vauxhalls, and 3 Fords, and then Matt Neal in a Nissan. They're going to go 3 wide for the lead, it seems.
While that's going on, I will give a little bit of love to a battle that's 3 wide further back as well, and that is Max Wright, Ross Strain, and Luke Clark as well.
Needs to avoid that big yellow wall. Max is going to try and come down to the inside. Nice little switch back there.
There is there's some change going on at the front as well. Again, we look away for a moment, and that's it. They all start going for moves as Hefford tries to move back up the inside of Cherney. He does so, and Baxter follows him through. Oh, they're getting a little wide coming off the exit.
Brian Holmes has made his way up the field quite well as well. Brian's gone up 6 places so far. Mover of the race is actually Jack McIntyre, is up to 14th. He's gone up 18 places. He didn't start near the front of the field though, so I don't know whether he had a penalty or something going into qualifying.
Got to be a penalty. We don't normally see McIntyre down there, do we? So
No.
something going on.
Unless it was his internet as usual.
Well, yeah, there's that. Oh, for the very lead there, side by side as well. Got a little bit of a gap, haven't they, Berridge and Hefford? Baxter coming at them. Is he going to close this down?
Yeah, it depends how hard they fight, I suppose. See whether they'll slow each other down. But it's just people are just trying to weave in and out of these lines here. It's brilliant.
It's just like plate racing, isn't it?
Oh, there's a car backwards on the exit of turn 1.
That could have been a problem, but fortunately it sort of drifted in line with the wall, didn't it? So
yeah.
The guys were like, well, I'm going to miss the wall anyway, so it's okay. Baxter has a look on Hefford. Closed in at one straight with the guys side by side, allowed this whole pack to catch back up to them.
McIntyre's really going to move here in 13th, by the way. Just watching him come through Luke Clark, and he's up to Max right now as well. It seems like Ross Strain's gone down a place behind them. He's lost out in this battle, but McIntyre's picking him off one by one now.
Oh, big crash, Berridge around.
Yeah.
The two boosted cars involved, actually.
I was going to say, I've just panned back to that. I'll see what happened. Looks like Berridge actually lost it on his own. He clipped the inside of the grass, and then as he saved it, he came back across into Baxter. Heartbreak for the boosted lads. He's only just got it going again as well. And now they're 3x3 at the front.
Oh, he lost it on his own and then took his teammate out, I think.
The 3x3 here going in for second place. Steve Hefford's laughing while you've got Chepelevsky, and I don't know whether it's his first meeting there, but it's the first meeting I've seen him in, and he's got all this madness behind him.
Oh God, as they're close together under braking, just don't know what's going to happen.
This chair mine's got no padding in it, so these boys had better take it easy on me. Oh, there was a bit of contact further back there. One of the Momo boys is around. That's Broughton Grant. Sorry, it's one of the Result Clothing cars, actually. He just made contact with someone else there. I think it was Delmont. Yeah, Delmont just turns in a little bit and clips the front end of him and just puts him on the infield.
Sure who that was slow on the inside there as well. Oh, gee, did you see how close Hefford was to the gate there?
And I know Hefford will be using VR as well. He's probably just checked whether he's still got hair on the side of his head. That was ridiculously close, that. Fair play to him for keeping it out there. I know there's a really horrible clipping point on that gate, actually. I've hit that a few times. I'm sure everyone else has as well at some point. Got Cherney, the opportunist here, coming down the outside of Chepelevsky. And Holmes, although now he's on the outside, he's going slower. That's the thing, they get a right good draft on, but then as soon as you step out of it, these things act like they're as aerodynamic as a brick, so... Oh, he's still trying it around the outside though, is Cherney.
I do think to some extent they kind of work a little bit like the NASCARs and the Gen 6 do as well, that when the car is behind you, you do get a little bit of an extra boost as well. Not touching, not bump drafting, but actually as a pack you go quicker.
Yeah. Benjamin Mears has had a big one out of turn 1. Sorry, mate. I think he's just clipped the wall. Yeah, he was wide going into turn 1, and he's managed to roll it over. Not sure he'll want us showing that, but yeah, it was as accidents go, it was a good-looking one. I'll give him that. Fair play for style points, Ben.
He has jumped to the pits. I'm waiting for it to show, but all of a sudden I can't see him.
Another car in the wall as well. Rob Lundgren's put it into the wall at turn 1 after him. That tyre barrier's claiming a few MX5 bumpers tonight. Now Hefford's being reeled in by these guys behind him now. He's got his teammate giving him a draft, but Cherney's on the outside. So Chepelevsky's not going to have anywhere to go here. Although he has given himself somewhere to go. He's gone under the white line a little bit. Cherney's looking in the middle. And then you've got Brian Holmes coming through here as well. They're nearly 4 wide into turn 1. They're all playing it safe. Oh, big slide on by Chepelevsky there.
3 more laps to go, really, doing this one.
These races fly by, don't they?
You look down to check to see where you know, these people have gone into the pits, and you look back up, and your race is almost over.
Yeah. There's 3 Youth Energy boys in the top 6 here. They seem to be the strongest force in survival at the moment. But it's the 2 guys up front that that'll have the biggest grins on their faces. Holmes and Cherney are having a right good scrap. I'll say that. Holmes got a big slide on. They might want to work together here, getting the draft down the straight.
They need to, because they've just lost a little bit, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they slowed each other up there. You've got Delmont now behind him, and then McNally. So McNally's going to reap the benefits from this the most. Still got St George's Cross on the back. The best thing here would be for him to go up, let Delmont go down on the inside, and then have McNally on the outside, but it doesn't seem that they're doing that. Hefford and Chepelevsky all closing up again.
Get to the bumper and start pushing. That's what I say. That's one way of doing it.
Oh, late on the brakes there. Really late on the brakes. Cherney did well to put it a little bit wider for him, so he opened up the gap. Fantastic stuff as always from these boys. There's a great battle as well. Luke Clark, Ross Strain, Max Wright and Adam Broughton Grant as well. That's for 9th.
Oh, well, there
was.
one less. I think the Strainer back out of that. He keeps, he's involved in it, and he keeps dropping back a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah. Just having a look down the time screen. He's the biggest mover so far. Jack McIntyre still on a charge. 24 places gained. He's up to 8th place now. He's just about to pick off Adam Hedgecock, I think. And there he goes. Makes it nice and easy for him, Adam does. I don't know whether he had an issue or anything, but he just opened the door for him. He's really close to this battle for the lead as well, really, when you look at it for Jack. He's not far behind.
Yeah, that's a hell of a drive. 25 places, 2.6 seconds. I mean, they would need to have a mammoth battle on the final lap for him to get there. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
We're not going to see that, but you never know. If they have a bit of an accident, fighting, scrapping in this final lap, maybe going into turn 1. Oh, Hefford gets twitchy. He's going to just about keep it together, but really compromised him somewhat. His teammate goes through, and now it's Cherney having a look on the inside of Stellion. The inside and through. We'll get the finish the move through the second half of the corner.
Oh, big slide by Steve there. He's going to come across the front of Delmont. I think it was Holmes that just gave Hefford a tap into turn 1 there. Just caught the rear corner on the brakes. And you can see McIntyre tagging onto the back of this now already. It's fantastic, that is.
Yeah, great drive. Great drive. That's it, single file. Well, it's go time now, isn't it?
This is it. The Youth Energy boys will be screaming at each other now, trying to get Delmont to go forward as fast as he can.
Yeah.
Cherney will be screaming at his rearview mirror, telling him to go away.
We might have enough of a gap here. It's 2 tenths. You can see on the battle graphic the time coming down. No, it's not going to have enough at all. There they come.
The one you want to watch here is Brian Holmes, because he's trying to follow Steve Hefford around there. And he's either going to cut down or he's going to go high now. They're bumping and barging.
Well, he's pushing. Oh, he's pushing Cherney.
Cherney's going to get to the inside. He clipped him. He put him in the wall. And Delmont takes it from Stellion Chepelevsky and Adam McNally. Hefford crosses the line in 4th. Cherney actually finishes 5th and Brian Holmes in 6th. They'll be absolutely raging at that one. McIntyre comes home with that fantastic drive in 7th, and Hedgecock puts it in 8th. Taylor Lane as well, by the way. 17 places gained in that one. So same for Roy Verke, but that accident was not the way we wanted it to end, was it?
No, not at all. But yeah, checkers are records. Do you know what? It was actually Hefford that got into his teammate, wasn't it? It was the 2 Momo guys that got into each other that caused it.
I was just looked back and saw it as the
Well, I never.
6 of one half and a dozen of the other, as I always say. It's I think Hefford goes up a little bit, Cheppy comes down a bit. I think they must have thought they had an overlap. Well, didn't have an overlap, sorry. But 2 Youth Energy boys on the podium, so they'll be happy with that. Good win for Delmont. He was always there or thereabouts, wasn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Just sort of the Youth Energy guys just sort of been keeping themselves right there, and that's why McNally did well. You know, Holmes unfortunately he got the best of the runs, but couldn't do anything with it in the end.
No, it's one of those where you can get as much run as you want, but it's what you do in terms of coming out of the draft. To be fair to Delmont as well, actually, he gained 10 places in that. I didn't realise he'd gained so many spots, but to win from 11th is a fantastic way to start off your evening.
Right. Let me just get the final standings up on screen. I'll let you do the honours while I sort the reverse grid wheel out, if that's okay.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Okay. Okay, mate. Over to you.
So, as you see, Adam Delmont takes the win amongst the chaotic finish with Stelian Chepelevsky in his first race of the series for as long as I know, for coming home in second. Adam McNally, always there or thereabouts, in third. Steve Hefford finishes fourth, and Alex Cherney ends up finishing in fifth. Brian Holmes takes it in sixth with Jack McIntyre in that fantastic drive up 25 places to finish seventh. Adam Hedgecock finishes in eighth, Luke Clark ninth, and Taylor Lane in 10th. You've got Ross Strain in 11th. David Ayres in 12th and Roy Viverke in 13th. As I said, he gained 17 places in that one. Lee Berridge and Adam Broughton-Grant in 14th and 15th. Max Wright in 16th. Ross Anderson brings it across the line in 17th with Lee Deemer in 18th. Rob Graham comes home in 19th with Sean Gardner in 20th. 21st was Scott Malcolm. 22nd was Craig Jones. 23rd was Lorne Murray. And 24th is Benjamin Mears after that accident at turn 1. Rob Lundgren suffered the same fate as well. He also came home in 25th place. You've got 26th is Stephen Baxter, 27th Richard Gore, Dan Blake in 28th. Not quite sure what happened to Dan, but he was up there at some point, so not sure what happened there. 29th was Michael Barry, 30th was Pete Van Gool after he went off, and I think he blew the engine, didn't he, early on in that one? Yeah. Peter Knowles 31st, Carl Hardy 32nd, Josh Thompson 33rd after that accident. Jordan Giddings is the final runner in 34th place.
Cracking start to the night, I think. Looking forward to seeing how the reverse grid lines everyone up. Let me bring it up on screen, and I'll give it a spin, and we will see who's going to be on the pole.
Only 23 drivers on the lead lap in the end. The next driver was 4 laps down, so it'll be 23rd if it's anything more than that.
Well, we haven't messed around. We've gone with a full -2.
Okay, so would that be full as the ones that are on the lead lap?
No, or 2 laps down or less.
Okay, so -2 from that would put Scott Malcolm on pole position, I believe. 21st he finished. And that would be Sean Gardner, Rob Graham and Lee Deemer behind him. And if I'm wrong, it's Lorne Murray and Craig Jones, so we'll have to just wait and see what they do, won't we?
Well, on that note, I think that's right. Let's wait and see what they do. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for race number 2 of the night here at Apex Racing TV.
once again, photo finish here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher Demery at the line.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV and the BSR MX5 series. This is race number 2 here at Charlotte Road Circuit. And yeah, we had a thriller. Checkers or wreckers right at the end in that last one, Chaz. It was a good race. And yeah, now we have a full -2 reverse grid as well. Who does that put on the pole position?
It seems I was right first time round, actually. Scott Malcolm inherits pole position with Sean Gardner alongside him. Rob Graham is third on the grid with Lee Deemer in fourth. Ross Anderson takes fifth ahead of Max Wright. Adam Broughton-Grant seventh with Lee Berridge in eighth, so hopefully we'll see more exciting manoeuvres from him like we saw in race 1. Roy Ververke is ninth with David Ayres 10th. Ross Strain 11th, Taylor Lane 12th, Luke Clark 13th, and Adam Hedgecock in 14th. Jack McIntyre starting 15th, so he's even actually higher up than he was before. And the lights are about to come on.
Yep, Malcolm then revving, getting ready for the start of race number 2. Oh, he was horribly slow off of the line, like he was just completely napping there. It's already been done by Sean Gardner around the outside, and just about settles in front of his teammate, squeezes, I believe that's Deemer, out towards the wall. But yeah, not the start the Automech driver wanted there, Chaz.
No, not at all, not at all. It's definitely caught him out there, but as you say, he's... oh, who's that that's gone around? Deemer's actually just been turned. Max Wright's been caught up in that as well. I think that was Rob Graham there, the instigator. Yeah. There's 3 of them on the infield there. They're all screaming.
Careful as how you recover, Rob, there. So trying to spin it around.
Other than that, everyone made it around turn 1 okay, to be fair. McIntyre is already up 5 places to 10th somehow. I suppose it would have been helped out by those 3 guys going off. He's going to get a good slipstream here off Taylor Lane and David Ayres in front of him. But Sean Gardner's running away with it at the moment. Scott's still in second though. Ross Anderson is third and Adam Broughton-Grant is fourth.
Yeah, a little breakaway actually with the top 3. If Scott and Ross can actually catch back up to Sean, that will make it quite difficult for Grant to stay in the slipstream. But I have to say, these guys are quick. We know how quick they are. Berridge obviously was right towards the front, wasn't he, in the last race? And was it Berridge that lost it? I don't know. It was either Berridge or Baxter, wasn't it? I think it was Lee who lost it, didn't he? And took out his teammate.
Oh, Luke Clark straight on at turn 1 there. We've got 3 wide coming out of turn 1 there. 2 of the Youth Energy cars. That's Delmont with Chepelevsky and who's the other one? Adam McNally. I should know the colour of their wheels by now.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a car around. It's one of the result clothing cars. Taylor Lane just caught him a little bit. I think. Yeah, it is David Ayres.
Yeah, Cherney lost some places there as well because he had to check up somewhat to avoid and running wide there. I think that was Taylor Lane. So yeah, Lane just running a little bit wide.
Oh, it was actually contact with Brian Holmes that turned Ayres around originally.
Oh my God, this pack here is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
I'm panning through all the cars to try and see what you mean.
This is sort of from Adam Hedgecock in 13th, just back. It's just sort of opened up ever so slightly as they come onto the oval section, but just so close.
Oh, there was contact with a few cars, sorry mate, coming onto the oval. Mears and Giddings turned around. I think Dan Blake was involved in that. He got hit at both ends, actually, Dan did.
He's only lap 2, I know, but still.
Yeah. You've got Chepelevsky here blocked in by McNally and Taylor Lane as they come across the line. This is going to be for 16th, 17th, sorry, not 16th, it's 14th, 15th, 16th. You've got Baxter behind them as well, trying to make the move. It's great seeing these quicker guys come through because these cars really do make it quite a level playing field. Yeah,
once they're in the draft, you know, everyone's the same sort of speed. You know, it's very difficult to get the moves done. There's not an awful lot of room out there on the circuit as well. Very narrow is Charlotte. And yeah, those drivers that perhaps a little bit slower, as long as they get the exits right, it becomes very, very difficult for them to make moves because they just can't gain anything if they try and pull out of the slipstream themselves to get by.
Best way to sum it up, I don't know whether it was you or Andrew that said it, but as Zolder was saying, it's a momentum car. You've got to really have the run. It's not a car that's got so much power that you can sort of get away with running wide at corners and so on. You've got to really have your lines right, and if you do compromise the line in this car, then it can put you down a few places. McIntyre is just scything through the field. He's up 11 places, and to be fair, Brian Holmes is up 10 places. Scott Malcolm's just gone past Sean Gardner for the lead. Got Broughton-Grant waiting in the wings there as well. He backed out of that, so I think he's just playing it safe.
Yeah, he caught up at the end of the last lap, so like you say, he's biding his time. We see McIntyre, but yeah, I feel like Adam's got the potential, although he got a little bit out of shape there, and actually he's going to be somewhat under the cosh, I think, from McIntyre here. Forget that, he's not under the cosh. McIntyre's already through. Oh, no!
Malcolm's
On the
around.
lead. On his own, into the wall. Oh.
To be fair, he did well not to protrude back onto the track too much with that rejoin.
Yeah, he did.
There's a great battle in front of where he's just come out, actually. Stephen Baxter, Chepelevsky, Hedgecock and McNally.
I'm actually watching Berridge and Holmes. They're side by side as well through the penultimate corner as they come onto the sort of the oval section.
Hedgecock just went off and did a bit of Paris-Dakar then on the dust on the infield.
Why not?
And McIntyre's in the lead.
Yeah, I was about to say, I saw McIntyre got in the lead. While we were watching that battle, he must have just drove around the outside. So I don't think he's going to stay there for very long, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's Broughton Grant doing about 4 times the speed of sound around the outside of him. Although they see the slipstream's gone away now. Now he's on level pegging again. And behind that as well, is that Holmes and that's Berridge, isn't it, in the background?
Or at least that battle continues. Well, I might have to eat my words. It looks like McIntyre is going to hold on. Broughton Grant can't quite carry the momentum around the outside.
Sean Gardner's helping out his teammate there. Oh, he's really helping him out. He's mounted the wall.
Well, I'm surprised we didn't see that in race 1, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to do there. You really do sort of track out right next to that wall. And yeah, big one for Sean.
I only caught that as I was panning back as well to see Ross Anderson actually made contact with Ross Strain in turn 1. It seems like Anderson just came across the front of him really, but they were both a little bit out of shape on the brakes, so it was, again, as I always say, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Great battle as well for, where's this now? This battle down in 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. Steve Hefford's actually broken away from it a little bit since I've said it, but Delmont then has McNally, Ververke, Chepelevsky and Baxter with him. Ververke's been hung out to dry a bit, but the slipstream's going to do a great favour here for Chepelevsky down the straight.
Yeah, we'll see 2/10, a couple of cars straight in front of him. Use energy there, and up top, it's just not the way, is it, when you get stuck up on the outside and there's a car there in front, you're just dead meat, really. And I remember this. I don't know if you did any rookie oval racing in the, oh God, what is it?
The street stock.
The street stock, yeah, exactly the same. You found yourself up top, you were done.
Yeah.
Your goal to move forward was just...
Oh no! Just washes out there into... That was McNally. There was a little bit of contact with Chepelevsky just coming out turn 1 as well, and they all managed to save it. Van Gool's just gone off in the background as well. Oof, wow, he nearly got collected by one of the Automet cars. We've got Luke Clark in the wall on the exit of turn 1 as well. I'm going to have a look back at this and see what's going on. Luke Clark seems to have done it himself. I'll try and find out what happened to Van Gool. Oh, I'm not... Oh, I think Van Gool, yeah, he clipped Luke Clark after Luke Clark's accident. He's broken something and gone straight on. And then one of the Automat cars comes flying off. He's so close to hitting him. That was Rob Graham. So close to it in Van Gool as he was already off the track there. And the chaos continues.
Just trying to find out what's going on with our live timing. Sorry, as
I was messaging me. I just thought I'd leave it with you for a second.
Well, Berridge and Broughton Grant are still letting this battle rage on. He's trying to stick to the slipstream of Brian Holmes. He's gone outside now. Broughton Grant left with nowhere to go, so he's backed out of it. Looks like it's going to stay single file as they come out of turn 1. Just seen Strain's actually just gone past Hefford. I don't know whether Hefford's had an issue actually, because it seems to be... He's dropped a few places from when I last saw him on screen, so... Keeping an eye on him to see what's changed, but... Not sure what's happened there. Maybe just one little mistake as he came onto camera, so should be okay. We've got 3 Automat cars together in the field. Scott Malcolm, Taylor Lane and Roy Ververke. They are currently in 11th, 12th and 13th places. I see smoke, but I can't see the source. Brian Holmes is up to second, Lee Berridge still third. Broughton Grant, and now Cherney's involved in this one as well. Cherney's had a good race, up 11 places. Brian Holmes and Jack McIntyre are both up 13 places as well, actually. I think that's going to be 14 because Carl Hardy's gone to the top of my timing screen because he's out of the race. So that'll obviously change when they come round. Cherney sticking to the low line here. Broughton Grant's got no slipstream from anyone. He's trying to sneak his way down to get a tiny bit of slipstream off Berridge and Holmes. They've got nowhere to go. Cherney backs out of it. Berridge has got his nose down the inside a little bit. Oh! Broughton Grant, I think, hit the wall there. I heard the noise. I'm not sure whether it's broken or anything, but he's still up there. He's still fighting. He sticks it down the inside, and it seems he's got the move done. Great stuff.
Yeah, good move. I think we're back up and running as well with all of our live timing.
Good times.
Head back. Yeah. head to the link, everybody, and actually, I'll post it into the chat as well.
Oh, we've got Stephen Baxter going really slowly out of turn one. I'm not sure what's happened there. Oh, he's put it in the wall. He's done it himself. Just runs wide, and oh, he doesn't even like hit it and spin off it. He just plows straight into the tyres there, unfortunately. A bit further down the order though, Dan Blake and Lee Deemer seem to be having a good scrap. That's over 19th and 20th. They're quite close together. Coming onto the oval. I think Dan's let him go a bit there, either that or he's going to run wide and try and get the slipstream.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to do, isn't he? Just take the high line, build some momentum so that actually he pulls away just a little bit, so when he does get to him to pull out again, he's at a much greater speed and he can carry the momentum through and clear. Oh, what's going on?
Oh, Holmes is flying
yeah.
down the order, yeah. I've just seen a red line go flying down my screen. I'll find out what happened. And he's tried to outbrake the guys into turn one, and he's just gone wide on the grass and hit the wall. Actually, I say he's hit the wall. He's kept the car out of the wall. It's just he had to nearly stop to do it. Oh, Delmont got very close to him as well as he joined back on. But he's soldiering on. But it's Cherney and McIntyre at the head of the field again, and these two week after week show just how quick they are. I mean, McIntyre's an ex-champion, and his lead at the end of that last one was 6.4 seconds.
I mean, he's just pulling away at the minute. That's the crazy thing. So fast around here. Cherney's had a good fight through, but just nowhere near as quick. Good little battle going on side by side. This is between Delmont and Joan.
Cherney's also put in the fastest lap of the race, 1:19.7. Nobody else in the entire race has managed to get out of the 120s, so he's definitely taking the fight to McIntyre, but just don't think he's got enough time to get after him on that one.
It's all too late, isn't it? Again, for third. Here we go. Berridge and Broughton Grant.
These guys have had a titanic battle this race. This has been fantastic to watch. Lap after lap, they're together.
Berridge trying around the outside. He's got enough of an overlap that will become the inside here. So tricky through that corner. You can take some of the white line. You have to be careful because you can get a slowdown penalty there. Yeah. As Cherney goes off, pushing as hard as he is. I don't want to do that too many more times. All of a sudden, they'll be all over him.
Quite impressed with how low the incident count is around here as well, actually. The highest incidents in the race so far, not to name and shame anyone, sorry, is actually Brian Holmes on 6, and he went off at turn 1 as well. So out of the 20 that they've got, it's actually pretty really clean. Yeah. Broughton Grant's going to be rubbing his hands together here now, thinking, look at the slipstream I'm going to get. Depends how quickly he gets past Berridge, though, because obviously Berridge will then get the slipstream back off him, so see what he does. Delmont's going down the order as well.
Yeah, they're just too far away, aren't they, from Cherney to pick up that, so to help complete the move. So
yeah, 1.8 seconds is the gap back to Berridge from Cherney, it seems.
Doesn't seem like Broughton Grant can get it done around the outside. Tried.
Got deja vu going into turn 1 here like this. It's like Schumacher and Hill in 1995 at Spa. Well, 3 times was it they came into Lacombe, and it was they were in the same position. Oh, he's got it sideways as Broughton Grant.
He went in
Yep.
way too narrow, didn't he? Took too much
Yeah.
speed. Car just got away from him.
Oh, that was a bit
well.
poor. I don't know whether he had the brakes on there. It didn't seem like it.
It looked like it was more gas, wasn't it, to try and get it to spin back around quickly. And unfortunately, that just meant that he drifted back into the circuit. It's 3 automatic cars just in the line there.
Love that formation and then going past there. Fantastic.
They're not racing. They're just out for media day. It's like, oh, it's just a photo shoot, guys. Just a photo shoot. Coming through. Nothing to see here.
Just on our American tour.
Don't touch the bodywork, please. I guess Rob Graham didn't get the memo, did he, at the start of the race? That was the thing.
Broughton Grant's got issues there. The car's gone round on him as he comes back onto the oval. But yeah, you're right. He didn't get the memo there. As they're all slipstream each other down the back straight again.
So Cheppy now with Berridge, it would seem. That's the battle. Berridge once again having to defend the inside. White flag is out, so this is the final lap. Hefford gets a much better run than his teammate, as Stellion kind of backed out of that one. It really compromised him. Well, a good 3-4 tenths of a second there.
I have to give a shout out to Jordan Giddings as well, actually. He's the highest mover of the race. He's gone up 20 places to 13th. So starting right down at the back of the field, and he's kept it clean, and he's only had 2 incidents all race as well. He's not been far off the pace, it seems, either with his best laps, so good stuff.
Yeah, 1:20.9, so yeah, you're right. They are thereabouts. New driver, I haven't seen him before, so always good to see new faces.
Well done, Jordan. Good stuff.
Right, where is our leader then? Because he's not going to have an awful long way to go now.
He's just taking it easy down the back straight now, and that car is clean as anything. He's had 1 incident all race. He's got an 8.5 second lead. He's only 3 or 4 tenths off the fastest lap of the race as well with his best, and he's just making it look easy. He's a past champion for a reason, Jack McIntyre, so he comes out the final corner, takes checkered flag for race 2 of the evening. Fantastic effort by Jack. We saw his quick in race 1, and he's delivered the goods this time round. Well done.
Yeah.
Cherney coming across the line second, and who's going to win this one then between Berridge and Chepilevsky? Cheppy gets him on the line. So nice podium for Chepilevsky there. 17 places gained.
And the automatic arrows, where do they come?
Partweeder, Scotland. Partweeder across, sorry. Or Ecos as it would be. Oh, they've all broken off. We had Scott Malcolm 7th, Taylor Lane 8th, and Roy Viverke in 9th place there.
This is good as well between Hedgecock and Jones. Who's going to get this one? Oh, that is going to be close, but I think it's going to be... Oh, I don't know.
Hedgecock got it. Hedgecock got it by
8,000th of a second. Good.
That's the good thing you get about oval circuits. When the slipstream comes into play on final laps, you get some really close results. As the BSRTC proved that year. I think it was less than 1,000th of a second, wasn't it?
It was. It showed us 0, didn't it? But so
Yeah.
it must have been. Must have been into the 4 digits sort of thing. Right. Yeah.
Another great race though.
We're not going back to any oval, which is a shame. I would have quite liked to have done some of that. I think that would have been fun. Some of the oval circuits really worked quite well in that car. And we saw some great racing side by side, which you don't even get with some of the NASCARs.
Yeah, true. Well, it's got a good top speed, the Kia, so it's nice to see it utilised. I always remember it being good at Monza as well, actually.
Yeah,
Another good race, though.
A lot faster than you think. Yes, sorry, back to this one. We're getting ahead of ourselves on the Thursday night. But yeah, another good race. And great win from Jack McIntyre. Yeah, Chaney with a good result as well. 14th and 14 and 15 places. Stellion, I got halfway through his nickname there, didn't I? 17 places. So, yeah, top 3, fantastic performance. Yeah, good drive from Berridge as well to recover from what was, his bit of a disaster really. But yeah, kudos to Jordan Giddings as well. Like you say, up 21 spots in the end.
Yeah, right. Great effort that is.
I have got the points ready. So over to you, buddy, for the final standings.
Okay, we see Jack McIntyre take an absolutely flawless victory there. 8.5 second gap back to Alex Cherney and Stellion Chepilevsky. Those guys making up 14, 15 and 17 places respectively. Lee Berridge, car 4, gains 4 places. Sorry, car 44, position 4, 4 places gained. Steve Hefford in 5th with Brian Holmes in 6th place. Scott Malcolm started on pole, kept it in the top 10 and finished 7th. Taylor Lane brings it home in 8th with Rover Verke in 9th, and Richard Gore rounds out the top 10. Ross Strain comes home in 11th with the fantastic Jordan Giddings in 12th place. Lorne Murray 13th, Adam McNally 14th with Peter Knowles 15th, and Adam Hedgecock finishing 16th. Craig Jones brings it home 17th with Dan Blake in 18th, Lee Deeman 19th, and Adam Delmont in 20th. Broughton Grant comes home in 21st place with Max Wright 22nd. Benjamin Mears is the last car on the lead lap in 23rd. Then you've got Rob Graham 1 lap down, Stephen Baxter, Carl Hardy, and Ross Anderson, and Luke Clark. They were also a couple of laps down as well. Peter Van Gool, Michael Barry, Sean Gardner 31st with Rob Lundgren, and David Ayres got caught up in an incident near the start. Only completed 2 laps.
Another short but sweet race, and I think time for this reverse grid. See who it is that's going to get the pole. Right, and of course it wasn't standings. I don't know what I was on about before, but I got points in my head for some strange reason. But yeah, final race results. Oh. Right, spin. Who's going to get the pole? Give me a smaller one. Is it going to be 15th? Certainly think it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
So very small.
That would put Peter Knowles on pole position alongside Adam McNally, and we know that Adam's quick in this car, so a front row start is always good for him. Lorne Murray and Jordan Giddings gets another chance to shine from 4th on the grid. Ross Strain will be 5th with Richard Gore in 6th.
Awesome stuff. Right, thanks very much everybody for tuning in. Give us about 10 or 15 minutes. The admins will get the session up, and we'll be back for race number 3 of the night.
Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line. about to get a photo finish here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line. chair of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV. Sorry about the delay there, a little issue with the session, but we're back. Peter Knowles is on the pole position. Jazz, who else have we got that's looking quite strong out there?
Well, Adam McNally's second on the grid, and we've every week we see that he's quick. Law Murray's up there. Jordan Giddings put in a good effort in race 2, so interesting to see how he does in this one. You've also got the Automech boys, Viverke, Lane and Malcolm, 6th, 7th and 8th on the grid, so be interesting to see how they hold off the likes of Brian Holmes, Hefford, Berridge, Cheplevsky and the guys from the front.
Yeah, just a small reverse, so guys are already going to be pretty much at the front. Right, we're away here for race number 3, and it is ridiculously tight as they go into turn 1.
Fantastic start from Law Murray, and that's who's that in the middle there in the black cars? Jordan Giddings making his way through to 3rd. Great stuff. Really making his mark on the series tonight is Jordan. He's going to be up to 2nd now as well. He's like Ayrton Senna at Donington, this boy. Look at him go.
Yeah, no messing around. New to the series, and yeah, going for it out there. And all of a sudden, Trading Paints decides to start working. So sorry about that.
Seems like it's all clean in the background as well. I can't see anyone flying down the order. The Automech boys have been their media day's been ruined, it seems, but they'll be all right. Bit of a dent in the back of Taylor Lane's car there as well, actually, it seems.
Yeah, it looks all good. I think I'm not seeing anything on the live timing to say that there's any issues with anyone, so we're away.
Cracky and stuff, boys. Just an absolute sea of them coming down the straight. Brilliant.
A couple of really close battles as well. Malcolm and Cherney. Cherney taking the slightly higher line.
Doesn't seem to have worked for him there, as he's going to get the slipstream now. We'll see what he can do. Dan Blake and Hedgecock waiting in the wings there behind them as well. No Debelchek tonight as well, actually, I noticed.
Yeah, I don't know where he is.
Seems like Giddings has still got the wireframe in his car. He's down the inside of McNally. Oh, nearly making contact there. Law Murray's going to try and capitalise here, but he didn't want to compromise his line too much. Oh, there's contact in the background there. That's one of the Automech cars. I think that's Cherney, and is that Malcolm going off? Who is it that's gone down the order? Someone's flown down the order.
Yeah, it is Cherney.
Yeah, Malcolm.
And there's something going on. Oh, who's that upside down?
Steve Hefford on his, well, I would say roof, but Steve Hefford on his roll cage. Oh, someone else is going to collect him. Oh, he disappeared just in time there. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. See if I can scroll down the order and see who see that took out. Then we've lost Hefford and Malcolm. Seems like Craig Jones has had an issue as well. He's gone down 14 places, and Cherney's gone down 8 places from where he started. Fantastic to see Jordan Giddings wasn't messing about in race 2. It wasn't a fluke. Not sure how new he is to iRacing, but I'm sure he won't be upset at me saying that he had like the lowest license rating and I rating of pretty much everyone in the session. So he might be must be new to it if he's this quick and obviously showing us having figures that low, really.
Yeah. Oh, that is crazy.
Oh, who's that in the wall? One of the cars comes to rest.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was saying.
I think it's going down the order.
That's the thing. He's already at the bottom of the order. Yeah. It's strange because when they jump back to the pit lane from there, it puts them to the top of the list on the live time. And normally it's just the software kind of filters that out and puts them at the bottom. But yeah, in this case tonight, it's not been able to do it. There must be something weird about this circuit. Holmes, problem for Holmes.
Not good at all. Didn't notice him going down the order there. I think there was so many of them jumping up from the other 2 cars going off that didn't see him going down the order. He's already got damage at this point, it seems. What we've come back to here. Let's see what he does. Is he just going to clip the gravel on the inside? Or is he going to hit the gate? He's going to hit the that's going in the gate. Oh, yep. Lucky not to get collected, I suppose.
That's what could have happened to... no, that's fine. I just thought Lundgren was dropping down the order, but he was already out.
Yeah. Giddings, driver of the night for me so far. He's absolutely showing these boys what he's made of. putting a great effort in, even if he has still got the wireframe on that livery. Oh, he takes a big chunk of track there, though, to get past McNally. Not sure whether he's going to get a slowdown for that. Doesn't seem to be serving anything of the sort at the moment. Richard Gore up there as well. I've not seen much from Richard tonight. I know he made up quite a lot of places in the other races, though. It's good to see him in the top 3. This little scrap of 5 is actually really quite exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, Richard had an issue, I believe, in the first race. Caused him to pretty much retire, I think it was. So,
Right.
So he's having a bit of fun in the last few. Good progression on the last one. Right in the hunt now.
I know we've been going on about him all night, but Jack McIntyre, 6th place at the moment, up 8 places. It's just, he's unstoppable, isn't he?
He's having a phenomenal meeting, actually, isn't he? Really going for it. And yeah, why not? Let's see what he can do in this one.
Yeah. Someone who's going for it is Adam McNally. He's going to be shouting all of his favourite Scottish phrases to keep that Youth Energy car out the front. They might even go 4 wide here. Lorne Murray might be the culprit for that one. See how much room Richard Gore gets around the outside. He's later on the brakes. Giddings. Oh, the boy's not. He's not scared, is he, Jordan Giddings? As Gore hits the wall there, does he?
I think he did just skim the wall.
Giddings really taking no prisoners into turn 1 there. Look at the lead he's got already. This lad means business. McNally couldn't get closer to Gore if he tried coming through there.
No. And there's something else going. Oh my word!
Well, there definitely is something else going on.
He just flipped back, and that's just crazy.
That car looks like it's crabbing with Peter Knowles. That's not going straight, is it? Oh, who's that around? That's
Hardy.
Oh, that was one of them over. Yeah.
Carl Hardy up.
Oh yeah, he's just slipped down. Oh, one of the
problem for Rob Graham as well.
They're all going off here. You'd think the overcast conditions would be better with it being more grippy for them, I suppose, but might be just cold enough to make these cars a bit slippery.
Can affect the balance. Oh, something else has gone on. What's gone on there?
That looked like Knowles and one of the result clothing cars. It is Knowles, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car's not going straight. It must have wobbled down the banking or something. Fantastic battle for the lead here. All these cars with number 3 in their numbers. Oh, Giddings
well,
hit the
that's
wall.
it. Takes Gore with him. Yep.
That's a real shame, that is. Jordan's been absolutely on fire tonight for the first time we've seen him. I can hear cars.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's.
Car.
Oh, who was that in the background?
I think that was. Oh, it was the green wheels and roll cage. Would that have been? It wouldn't have been Holmes. Who was the other one?
Deemer involved as well.
Deemer. That's who it is. No, that's a real shame for Jordan. That is. He's been absolutely ballistic tonight, and for it to end like that, it's a shame. And for Gore as well, we were singing his praises. I think it must be the commentator's curse, mate.
Well, we're good at that. That's for sure.
Oh, would you look who it is?
Well, yeah, he's there. He's always there.
Oh, well, there's a very damaged Adam Delmont on the infield. If you want to get really nerdy, you could say that number 5, Lorne Murray, times 3 is 15. Adam McNally. He's got a great run down the inside there. McIntyre has managed to bring it down to the low line. Don't know whether he's going to try and just dip down the inside of Murray. No, he's playing it safe. Speed they carry through there is fantastic. McIntyre's down the inside. Oh, McNally's off somewhere into another state. These boys still sort of side by side. McIntyre's line was ruined through there, wasn't it?
Yeah, somewhat. Still plenty of time to go, though, that's for sure.
Berridge joining in as well.
Good between Graham and Hardy as well. Just sort of filtered out. They were side by side going into turn 1. What's Cherney doing as well? Moving himself forward. Broughton Grant ahead of him, up 11 spots. That's a great job from him.
He was up about 11 feet as well there on that curb. And a good chunk of that. Dan Blake waiting in the wings there, and then Peter Van Gool.
I look away from the lead for a second, and then it all kicks off as McIntyre looking to make his way to the front.
In terms of biggest movers so far. I've got Kip Stevens up 17 places, Van Gool 15 places, and Baxter 16. And then you've got McIntyre with 12. Oh, he's going down the inside. There is McNally. That's very brave, but he's managed to pull it off, though. Fair play to the lad.
He has pulled it off, yeah, great move. Although around the outside, Murray's able to hold on.
Look at McIntyre.
Going to get the run.
Oh, he's drifting it there. Fair play to Lorne Murray. He's really, I wouldn't say getting his elbows out because there's not been contact, but he's showing him what he's worth at the moment. He's shown flashes of pace in this car. He's had the odd meeting where he's just sort of, he's not really shone that much, but he's just been there or thereabouts. So he's proven his worth here. We've got Berridge joining in this fight as well. Actually, he's managed to sneak his way up to 4th.
And he's been quick all day as well, so count him out for this one.
And Viverke is up there as well. He finished, I think he was 8th in race 2 between Taylor Lane and Scott Malcolm. Sorry, Taylor, if I've put you behind him if you're actually ahead of him. There's just too much of a gap back to Hedgecock and Chepelewski now, isn't there? For the,
yeah, 5 seconds. They're not going to get to it at all. It's really going to be that. That's kind of the battle for the rest of the rest.
You can see the gap getting bigger as well on the timing screen. It's 5.5, now it's 5.6. They're just flying backwards.
Yeah, they're having their own little individual battle, really, aren't they?
Yeah. Almost identical lap times to Lorne Murray and Jack McIntyre there. Just under 100th of a second difference between the two of them. Oh, Berridge deep down the inside there on McNally. Great move. McNally seems to have been caught out there a few times tonight. Maybe he just doesn't know how much of the track you can take.
Yeah, 'cause you can get away with like a good portion of that, the inside onto the white line. Like I say, you have to be careful, and that's perhaps where he's just giving it a little bit of a wide berth to avoid the slowdown.
Oh, Murray down the inside, great stuff. I thought Murray might have slowed down a bit there because he put 2 wheels onto the gravel as they turned into the right-hander. So I thought he was going to lose momentum, but as Berridge had a go at him, he actually turned that into an offensive manoeuvre on McIntyre, but he just doesn't want to see that red and purple Momo car get further away. We saw what Jack did in race 2. They don't want a repeat of that. I'm sure Jack wouldn't mind, but you never know. Here's McNally popping out of the slipstream now. Murray should pop out any second, but Berridge is going to beat him to it. He's going to lock him down in that low line as Berridge comes around the outside of the pair of them. This hasn't worked for McNally. 2 by 2 as they come towards the line.
Oh, I thought we were going to go 4 wide for a minute.
Got a massive grin on my face as they nearly went 4 wide, but please keep it safe, boys. These four lads are a real class showing in this car. They've been 4 of my favourite drivers over the broadcasts that I've done, and it's nice to see them all having a go at each other on track together. But Berridge has managed to inherit the lead. The Verke can't be counted out either. He's still there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just have a little battle at the front, and it all bunches back up. It's got a chance. Roy, a bit of an underestimated driver. He likes to just sort of stay out of trouble, doesn't he, Roy? And he's actually quicker than a lot of people think. Yeah,
well, I remember back in the Club Series days, he won Driver of the Season from you guys, actually. Well, you guys at Apex.
Yep.
Because I think he finished 3rd, along with like Pete Harrod and what was the other driver name? He was my teammate, and I can't even remember his name now. That's bad, isn't it? That's really. I genuinely can't remember his name. That's really, really poor. I'm really sorry. I'll just randomly shout a guy's name in a minute as we go 3 wide here. There he's just really getting squeezed down low to that white line by McIntyre. Just don't want McIntyre to sneak him behind him too late, or too early, sorry. We don't want to repeat the contact. Who's going to be last of the late breakers? McIntyre really late on the brakes, but he's run quite wide. Oof, that was close to the wall there. Adam Gosling, that was his name. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. I'm really sorry, Adam, if you watch this. Not seen Adam on iRacing in a while, to be fair. Well, Berridge on the gravel. It's always scary coming out of a corner like that when you get on the gravel, because the car can sort of just bounce and step out.
It is. Oh, it is rear-wheel drive as well, so it's not like you know the front-wheel drive like the Kia or anything like that, which would just carry on going. This thing will go around.
Broughton, Grant and Van Gool keep swapping places on the timing screen. It's just, didn't know whether it was a glitch for a second, but the amount of times we swap places, I don't know whether we want to take a quick look at that one. McIntyre looks like he's going to get away. Oh, Dan Blake's just gone down a few places. He's still going down places now. Not sure whether he's just made a little mistake or whether he's properly binned it.
Yes. He must have done something because it's very slow. See if we can get a replay of that. See exactly what happened.
I'm going to put money on he's going to clip the gravel on the inside of here. Oh, no. Or is he going to clip the gravel on the outside?
Another one into the catch, into the gate.
That gate again.
That's got a few out tonight.
Tell you one thing, these MX5s don't sound too bad either. iRacing's done quite a nice job of making them look nice and raspy. Remember the old one used to sound like a load of dishwashers going past. Oh, car off in the background there. I think that was one of the Momo cars. Yeah, Chepelevsky's going down the order a little bit. I don't know whether he's properly spun it or whether just being on the gravel slowed him up. Adam McNally getting a slide on there as they come onto the banking.
Flag as well, so this is the final lap.
Oh, shit, I was just about to ask.
got a bit of a lead.
Berridge is going to want to keep this as smooth as he can, but he's also going to want to try and defend from McNally. Bit of contact there.
Always the way on the final lap. Look what happened. Oh, that just.
No.
Oh no!
Oh, McNally, that was a
somehow
save and a half. Sunshine.
Somehow they got out of that. But that has pretty much gifted, I think, McIntyre this.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, maybe not.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Berridge.
Oh, nicely done.
Fantastic effort, Lee Berridge. He's been quick all night. He deserved that. Really deserved that. But again, great effort by McIntyre. But what a save from Adam McNally. He's going to need to go for a lie down after that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Nailed it. I think he got a squeeze there, but he could see exactly what was coming off. And yeah, he got himself out of it. So.
You see Graham and Jack going for some drifting. So Graham and Blake come across the line there. They finished in 14th and 15th places. Kip Stevens, biggest move of the race, up 19. Pete Van Gool up 18 places. Brilliant finish by Lee Berridge there. 0.03 of a second over the line. Half a second covered the top 5. But then the next guys were 8 seconds back.
Right, I have the final standings, if you wouldn't mind doing them. I'd like to close this.
Okay, so Lee Berridge, as we see, takes a very exciting victory across the line from Jack McIntyre. Nice to see Jack up there, as always. Lorne Murray really stuck his elbows out and stayed in 3rd place with Adam McNally 4th and Viverke in 5th. Adam Hedgecock gained 9 places and finished 6th, ahead of Alex Cherney in 7th. Stephen Baxter finished in 8th with Peter Van Gool in 9th and Chepelevsky in 10th. Adam Broughton Grant finished 11th with Max Wright 12th, Kip Stevens highest mover of the race in 13th with Rob Graham 14th and Dan Blake in 15th after hitting the gate. Scott Malcolm in 16th and Brian Holmes 17th with Mick Barry in 18th. Craig Jones finishes 19th with Lee Deemer in 20th. Then we've got Sean Gardner 21st, Peter Knowles 22nd and Mikey Key in 23rd. And the cars that were more than 2 laps down, and we've got Luke Clark, Carl Hardy, Jordan Giddings, unfortunately, getting in that incident with Richard Gore. They finished 26th and 27th. Taylor Lane finishing 28th with Adam Delmont in 29th. David Ayres 30th, Benjamin Mears 31st, Lundgren 32nd, and Steve Hefford ended up on his roll cage on the infield, and he is 33rd.
Yeah, that was quite a dramatic shot when we switched over to him, wasn't it? Suddenly just scraping along the road.
Definitely.
Right. Final time of the night then. Let me spin the wheel and we will see who is going to gain the pole position.
Anything over 21st will be Sean Gardner, because he was the last car on the lead lap.
Oh, well, and then we will stop spinning it right there because it's going to be way over that with the little group we were in. 30 if it ended on.
Okay, so as just said then, it's going to be Sean Gardner in the very pretty boosted MX5 on pole position from Lee Deemer and Craig Jones. Mick Barry 4th and Brian Holmes 5th. That's going to be an interesting one to see how Brian does. Scott Malcolm will be 6th as well.
Awesome stuff. Right, guys, long, hopefully. Hopefully there won't be an issue with the server. So yeah, apologies for that last time. But we should be back in about 10 minutes' time for the final race of the evening here at Apex Racing TV.
chair of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line. finish here of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Will it be Tim Hogan? It's going to be Christopher DeMary at the line.
Welcome back. It's night time here at Apex Racing TV. It's the final race round? What was I going to try to say there? I don't know. Final race here at the BSR MX5 series. And yeah, Charlotte Road in the night. Should be an exciting one. And just quickly whiz through the grid. It's Gardner on pole, followed by Dima, and then Craig Jones. Got Malcolm, Brian Holmes, Rob Graham, Dan Blake, Max Wright round out your top 10. Sorry, Kip Stevens was 9th as well. Read them out in the wrong order. But yeah, Jazz, last couple of races, well, all three have been bloody brilliant. It's the only word to describe them. I think we're going to have another one right now.
Hopefully so. See how they get offline. Brian Holmes is one to watch, I'd say. Sean Gardner's got a great launch off the line there ahead of Dima. The two result clothing cars, 3rd and 4th there. Oh, one of them's around. That is Craig Jones flying down the timing screen. as we were saying back at Motegi, these colour schemes really pop in the night, don't they? That's Broughton Grant bouncing off the side of Stephen Baxter once or twice. Dan Blake's run wide ahead of there.
Missed the opening couple of corners, but we've only lost a couple in the end.
Yeah. We were just saying between races about the lighting effects on iRacing, but it actually still looks really good, doesn't it, at night with these things going around here.
It does look good, you're right, and once we get all the extra bits that they're working on, it'll look even better. So people, it's funny because I listen to people saying, it's not really changed much, you know, but when I look at videos from like, 2012, it's changed a lot. It looks a lot better.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous shot there. Look at them all coming down the straight. So many bright colours on these liveries in this series as well. Some really pretty cars out there. Speaking of bright colours as well, right up front at the moment, Lee Deemer is running away with that actually. He's managed to get ahead of Sean Gardner.
Yeah, only 0.3 of a second now. Sean closed him in quite a bit down the straight, and actually Holmes come back at a pair of them as well. They're battling behind. Malcolm on the outside, and
bit of contact there.
Berry. Oh well, and yeah, well, Malcolm again. Poor lad.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, he's if he had any luck at all, well, what's that phrase? If he didn't have any luck, he'd have no luck at all. Yeah. Or is it no? If he didn't have any bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. There we go. Third time lucky. Got one of the Result clothing cars there making a move on one of the Automac boys as well.
We'll see who that was. Find out who it was in the end. There we go.
It was Rob Graham losing out to Mick Barry with the red roll cage and red wheels there.
Many people are going to be in the gate tonight in this race.
Yeah.
We think we've already had a few. What have we had? 3, 4 so far. So.
Yeah, I think we've had 3.
Two more to finish it off for the night, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll go for 2. We'll go for 2. See what we can get. I was just going to say it's quite nice that certain drivers can differentiate with their roll cages and wheels with these cars. I was actually talking to Jack Stiles of Fitstyle Motorsport before about how customisable these cars are paint-wise, because we mentioned the inside of the sun strips a few weeks ago, but I've actually noticed as well you can paint the little surround where the windscreen wipers are and the front of the rear view mirror as well. Actually, you can put patterns on all of that, so half of it seems kind of pointless, but at the same time, if you can customise it more, then yeah, nice little thing to have, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, they were sort of went to town with this car, didn't they? I mean, I've not really looked at the paint file to see what you can and can't do on it. So, but yeah, it's good that they've done that. I know Mazda, are quite keen for them to get it as close to the real thing as possible, can't they? Because they do a lot of they use it a lot for like their sort of driving school and scholarships and stuff like that. So it makes sense to try and make iRacing get it as good as possible.
Not sure what Kip Stevens has got on that car there, whether you can see that livery or not. I think he's got. It looks like he's got Bruce Forsyth on one side. Oh well, we're going to find out now. He's in the wall. Gets a Brucey bonus. Oh, he's got Dale Winton on one side of it.
Well, I don't want to know.
Nice to see you. Oh, well.
I think they're done.
Yeah, I think they're. I don't think he was very happy with that there, so I don't think it was nice to see you nice. We've got the 2 Youth Energy boys here fighting out at the front. Lee Deemer and Brian Holmes, 68 and 58. And, well, Deemer's a lot wider than Brian there, and Brian gets away with it. Them gold wheels are really glowing in the dark. Well, to be fair, so are Deemer's actually. He's got bright green on his. Yeah,
they're nice and... Oh! Big wiggle for
really?
For Brian. Look, they need to... I'm hoping at the end of this season they sort the silly bug with the car morphing into the ground.
Oh,
because, honestly, I feel like that should have been fixed this season. That should have been a mid-season patch to sort that out, because pretty naff.
Yeah, it's not a good look having your tyres running at like 4 PSI for the entire race, really.
The thing is, what's going on with Berridge?
There's a few cars that are just all making different turns there.
It just takes you out of the the realism of it, kind of thing. We like to think that this is simulation, and he just got tagged, didn't he?
Yeah, Max Wright, I think, the culprit there. There's that Jordan Giddings in the background as well. I think Jordan Giddings went around and caught someone else as he came back on.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
he's had another incident there, I think, as well. But Baxter on Deemer here, not Baxter, sorry, that's Sean Gardner. Sorry, mate. they've sort of let Brian Holmes get away a little bit. Interesting to see what he can do from here. He stayed with him though, to be fair. He's done a really good job tonight, as Sean. Still more and more cars tagging onto these battles as they go. We've got Chepelevsky in there as well with Van Gool, Cherney, Baxter, McIntyre. Just all names that you'd be scared to see coming up behind you, I suppose. They're all doing a bit of Paris-Dakar.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have to just try and stay to the absolute, as close to Dima as he can get, really. Don't let Graham and Koga that come in get in between them. That's how you can try and maintain the position.
Nice to see all those differing lines between that right-left section as well there. It's good that people sort of go for a wide entrance to the corner and get a run. We get a nice little on-board here to see how quickly this slipstream approaches you. It looks like such a long straight from here, but before you know it, you're turning left again.
So you can get there. I think unless you can get completely around by the time you get to the back straight, it's almost not worth going to the outside down there.
Yeah.
Because you always lose it through here. This is what we were saying earlier. Look, this car to the inside, it's just gone straight through.
Yeah.
This is it's exactly what happened in the street stock, wasn't it? You went up top and you just got absolutely mugged. That was always the way that happened. So you just stayed to the bottom no matter what. If people were stupid enough to let you in, because they went up top, then you picked up a place. If not, then you just sat there and you dealt with it.
Yeah, it was definitely a one tactic race. That got close on the brakes there, that did. But as we've seen in pure Charlotte oval fashion there, Gardner's unfortunately gone down like something like a stone a bit there. He's still clinging onto it though. Van Gool, I think, has gone really wide there actually. He's got Chepelevsky behind him now, so... Oh, sorry, that's Dima with Chepelevsky behind him. We'll have to see how we can defend it. Chepelevsky seems to have got a good run. But again, he's on the outside and it's not going to do him any favours. Well, Dima's saying, go on then, go up, I dare you, go on.
So you only go up at the start, don't you, so you get the added run coming off the corner, kind of, but it's just not worth doing.
I think he tried it there into the last corner. He sort of stayed up high and then dipped it down. Is he going to stick it down the inside? He's touching him. And side by side behind that as well. I think that's Van Gool and Gardner. And Cherney's involved in it as well. Cherney on the outside.
Oh wow!
Oh, and Van Gool.
That happens. One driver hits that wall, and it does take a few out. And it was just the merest of nicks for Cherney, but it was him who hit the wall, took out the other two cars.
Yeah, it seemed a bit strange that, because Van Gool's quite far away from him, so it was just, I think it was a really strong netcode that. Bit of a weird one, but McIntyre got caught up in that as well actually. But saying that, he's still up 13 places. He's just absolutely flying tonight. Fantastic stuff from Jack as always. Steve Hefford seems to be having issues there as well, his teammate. And
Hefford's a lap down already. Oh, problem for Dima?
As I think, no, Gardner. I think Gardner may have gone in the gate. He may have been the first one to hit it. There was a lot of dust and then smoke, and Gardner's gone down the order. No, it is Dima.
Both.
Gardner wedged
Gardner into him. Yep.
Well, there's the two that we called it, unless we don't count Gardner because he didn't actually hit the gate. Rob Graham still up there though. Oh, the microphone cut out then. Sorry. Second place well with Chepelevsky.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, doing well is Graham. Not falling back at all. Still, actually, sort of got a little bit of slipstream off of Holmes. If Cheppy gets by here and tags on with him, he might Cheppy might be able to bring him back to Holmes as well. So good race from Rob Graham.
I think he might still be on a replay there actually because he's already gone past him.
No, I'm live. So
I've got Cheppy in front of him already on the inside.
Yeah. He's through now, but he went round the outside, didn't he? So now
he's going to go chase after Brian Holmes.
Yeah, I'm definitely live.
Yeah, I had to check it myself as well. Yeah, nice little cut back into turn one, made it work.
Yeah,
Quite-
it was
Sorry.
around the outside of turn 2, wasn't he? That went. Yeah, I was more referring to Graham being able to stick with him more than
Right,
anything,
yeah.
and
Fair.
then allow him to bring up to home, bring back to homes.
He's not
That's
backing
what-
down though.
No, it's what he's done, hasn't he? Stayed right with him. And Cheppy, you can see Cheppy on the live timing as well, closing in. It's quite dramatic. Good 0.3 of a second as Rob tries to go around the outside, just a bit too deep.
Yeah, he's
Gonna work.
compromised it.
But actually, it's not too bad. He's still there. Oh, who was that? Any
Yeah, that
idea?
was,
There was a
someone-
car, wasn't there? Just sort of
Yeah.
like going flying. I don't know quite who.
I didn't quite grasp who it was then. It sort of caught me off guard.
I think I know who it was. Who was this man?
Yes.
So, going for a little road trip. So,
Yeah.
so-
Oh.
Hey!
Well done, son. Well, he's made a good show of it. Fair play to him. You've got to have a bit of fun in these things, haven't you?
Oh,
And, oh, Max Wright involved.
Dan
That's
Blake.
Dan
Yeah.
Blake. He's not had a good night tonight. Dan Blake, I don't think. He's been caught up in a few incidents. Just a quick shout out to Dan. Actually, he did really well in his first MX5 race of the season. Actually, I think he finished either 3rd or 2nd in class, so he got a nice big shiny trophy for his efforts. So I'm sure he'll be still really happy about that.
Yeah, well done.
We've got Luke Clark and Lorne Murray side by side down here, both with flashes of pink on the car. They're catching up to Broughton Grant with that distinct, really bright blue roll cage of wheels. Luke Clark's going to be laughing his head off going around the outside there like that. Who's that there in the 32 car? Oof, that got close to
Taylor.
Lorne Murray there.
Taylor Lane as well, trying to come around the outside of them both.
Wants to be careful not to run wide enough to hit the wall. He's done alright. Gained a few places there. It looked like Broughton Grant was struggling down the straight a little bit though, and he's definitely struggling now because he's just thrown it sideways. I don't know how that ended, but he's gone down a good few places on the timing screen.
Yeah,
There
there
he
he is around. So
Doing donuts on the car park.
jump back to the leaders because Stellium within half a second. Unfortunately, they have dropped Rob Graham. He couldn't quite stay with Cheppy.
Be interesting to see
1.8
where
seconds
this
back,
goes.
so he will just drop off now. So he must have made a mistake somewhere. So he wasn't that far behind and didn't look that slow through the infield section. So surprised.
He's got a bit of a gap back to Baxter, so
Yeah, he might be able to hold on for the podium. And we're on lap 10 of 12, so this one, and then we've got 2 more to go.
right about the dramatic catching up though. I mean, look at it visually. It's just when you get a good enough slipstream. If you do it smoothly though, I mean, I can't imagine that big dive out helped Cheppy that much there. But when you look at it on the timing screen, it just really does fly down. He's going to try and get the cut back. Brian's aware of it though.
I think you do need to give yourself almost, what, half a second? I think that needs to be the gap to get
Yeah.
the run, to get the overspeed and everything.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
can do it from there. Much closer and don't quite get the run.
Yeah, because you have to dive out of it a bit sooner. They've got, is that Brian Knowles? Have I got his name right? I'm thinking Brian Holmes here, aren't I?
Peter Knowles.
Peter Knowles. I'm really sorry, Peter.
Effort.
Play Brian from now on. I've got a thing for naming people or saying that they come from different countries. And
Oh, what's
that's
gone on here?
Hedgecock and Clark I see on screen. And there's a car in the infield in a big cloud of smoke. Let's see what happened. Oh dear, that was I think that was Berridge getting taken out there as Hedgecock came back on. Luke loses it. Oh, gets caught up with Max Wright again. Max is having a incident-filled evening. And, Adam just...
Everyone just ricocheting off everyone there.
Right, Adam just hit the gate there, I think, as you.
Yay, we got him.
We've
got 2.
2, boys. There we go. We're done for the night now. That's it. We come on to the last lap. Brian Holmes still leading the way. Chepelewski up 10 places, and well, actually, biggest move of the race is actually Taylor Lane. He's up 20 places, up to 7th place, and Adam Delmont's gone up 18. Jack McIntyre up 15 places to 5th. So even with that incident we saw earlier, he's still showing us what he's made of. But this is the battle that matters.
You're ruining your rims. So stop it, my friend.
They're not going to be that shiny now.
Those gold-plated rims. It's not going to work.
I'd imagine a flat tyre isn't what you want over that little right-hander over the crest there either.
Want to be curbing them, would you?
No, oh God, no. So this is it now. This is Cheppy's moment. He's got 3.5 tenths back, and it's started coming down already.
Is that too close? There's a car in front. That could play. Oh, it's his teammate as well. Why has he not helped his teammate out? Surely just stay there and help Brian out. Give him that extra bit of draft.
Adam McNally.
Might be enough, but I don't think so. Dillian taking the wide line to get the run. Still got that. Just popping out, nice and close. It's gonna be very close. I think he's got it.
I don't know. I don't think he's got enough. No.
Oh!
He puts it in the wall over the line. It's to the same. It's within thousandths.
I think he's got it by.
Yeah.
I think he's got it by. Yeah.
Cheppy gets it by 0.003 of a second, and we've got fireworks. Just scared the living daylights out of me as normal. We've got two automatic cars across the line there with who's that in the middle? Lorne Murray, Dan Blake and Luke Clark coming across the line now as well. And Clark just about gets that one. So yeah, 0.003 of a second deciding that last one as Max Wright plows it into the wall with the fireworks in the background.
Yeah, there's the fireworks. I put it on the scenic count just so we catch them. It's not very often we get to see them.
Well, another exciting race there. Another fantastic finish as well. Delmont clearly happy with his result, or well, he's just happy that he's finished, I imagine, because he's actually. Where did he finish? Can't see him on the screen. 9th place. And Delmont, 19 places gained though, so he's got a reason to be happy about it. Got the last few coming across the line there. That was Alex Cherney and Steve Hefford crossing the line.
Right, we're ready and waiting with the final results.
Smashing stuff. Stelian Chepelevsky then, in what I believe to be his first meeting of the season, takes a win 0.003 of a second ahead of Brian Holmes, so another great close finish there, showing that the ovals definitely provide that sort of entertainment. Rob Graham finishes a really, really respectable third. He stayed up there for the whole race, which is great for him. Stephen Baxter finishing 4th with the absolutely on fire Jack McIntyre there in 5th place tonight. Lorne Murray puts in a great effort and stays in 6th with Taylor Lane, the biggest mover, 20 places up to 7th. Roy Ververke, another top 10 finish in 8th with Adam Delmont in 9th and Max Wright in 10th, despite being caught up in a few incidents as we saw. Luke Clark finishing in 11th with Dan Blake in 12th. Broughton and Grant 13th with Berridge 14th, Adam Hedgecock 15th and Scott Malcolm in 16th. Then we've got Benjamin Mears 17th, Sean Gardner 18th and Carl Hardy in 19th place with Robert Lundgren rounding out your top 20. We've then got the Scottish mastermind Adam McNally in 21st with Brian Knowles, in 22nd place with Alex Cherney 23rd, Steve Hefford 24th, 2 laps down. And then, as we just see Broughton Grant spinning it across the line there. In the background, we've got Peter Van Gool 5 laps down in 25th with Lee Deemer 26th, Mick Barry 27th, Kip Stevens after his little bit of grass tracking and his little adventure in 28th. Jordan Giddings unfortunately finished in 29th. Not quite sure what happened to him there, but he only made it a few laps round. David Ayres 30th, Mikey Key 31st, and Craig Jones bringing up the end of the field in 32nd.
Well, good fun evening, Chaz. Enjoyed that. Thank you as always.
Absolute pleasure. It was fantastic racing tonight. Really good.
Got a couple of people for an interview, so we'll quickly get through those.
Yeah.
Let's bring in Rob. What did Rob get collected in one of those instances? I'm not sure. We'll ask him. That's probably the easiest way, isn't it? Rob Graham joins us here, Apex Racing TV. Hello, buddy. Can you hear us?
How you doing? Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So the question I just asked myself before bringing you in was: did you get collected in one of those races with like a turn 1 incident? I'm trying to think if it was yourself.
Put it this way: by the end of race 3, there was 4 protests, and 3 of them were from me. And the other one was about the incident that I was taken out in. So all 4 protests were for me, basically.
Well, not the meeting that you wanted. I mean, it looked like you were having a little bit of fun. A good race there for you, though. You couldn't quite hold on to Stillian. I thought for a moment he was going to drag you back up to Brian and you were going to have a shot at potentially a win as well. But alas, didn't happen. But 3rd place.
Yeah, fantastic 3rd race.
Silver lining for the rest of the races, really.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that was the just reward, if you like, for what I felt was quite good speed showing tonight from me. I've just been really, really unfortunate in the first 3 races. Lee Deemer seems to want to squeeze me off the track for some reason. And then Stephen Baxter had a wee dig at me in the 3rd race. But bonus
Well,
is I've managed to finish all 4 races, so I've scored points, so that's good.
I can tell you why they were all doing this. It's because you went for a photo shoot in the middle of a race in race 2. All 3 or 4 of you lined up, you know, looking all flashy with your nice new liveries.
Was that the 3 wide into turn 1 now?
That's it. You see, you're gonna be taking photos. Then these guys are gonna come and give you what for, I reckon.
We should be able to take a couple of wee selfies during the race, you know.
Well,
I've just had a look at the points actually, and despite having been knocked out in the first 3 races, I've still managed to work my way back up to second in the championship, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, awesome job.
Yeah, I thought 4th race was really fun. Thought I was going to be able to hold on to Chepe, but I just made a wee mistake in the midfield at one point that sort of took them to the edge of the draft, and I couldn't quite get back in there.
We missed you dropping back, but I did allude to that you must have made a mistake somewhere, because you didn't look like you were going to lose that kind of pace within sort of like one infield section. So
yeah, it was tiny. I just ran a wee bit wide, but once that's the toe got on that borderline losing it was really hard to try and get it back.
Of course, he had it off of Brian as well, so it just makes it near enough impossible for you. Yeah,
I'm happy with third, very happy with third.
Well, I mean, awesome job. Yeah, good result, and second in the championship. Congrats on that. You know, we've only got a few races left of this little mini season, haven't we? So, you know, second.
Yeah, another 2 race meets, I think, isn't it? And that's us for the first part of the 4-part season.
Are you going to try and hold on to second? Can you push for first? What's the point gap?
It's nearly a 600-point gap between me and Roy, so I think that's probably a bit ambitious. But I would love to be able to finish the championship in second. That would be a huge step up from previous ones.
Indeed, awesome stuff. Thanks, Rob. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to?
Yeah, if I could give a shout out to the rest of the team, all great guys, but mostly to our sponsors, Automatic Performance Garage in East Kilbride and Knockhill Racetrack in Kirkcaldy. 2 brilliant sponsors, stood by us for a few seasons now and deserve all the credit in the world.
Awesome stuff. Thanks, mate.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Right, who do you want, Chaz?
Let's bring in Scott Malcolm.
Yeah.
Scott, we saw you get caught up a little bit in the wars as usual tonight, but you still managed to bring the car home with some respectable finishes. How are you feeling after that one?
I feel brilliant. I absolutely loved that tonight. I think, did I end up with like 4 top 20 finishes? I think I got top 15 or something like that. I don't know. I just finish races, that's what I do.
Well, it seemed like you got caught up in some good battles. We saw a few little incidents, but we also saw some good overtaking moves. We were gutted for you when you spun out of the lead, though, in that, I think it was the second race, but you managed to still claw it back, and like you say, you've done really well tonight, so it's been a good one for you. How are you feeling towards the next one, then? Are you ready for it, or are you sort of just wanting a break for a bit?
No, well up for the next race. I just can't about that second race. I think when I got back to first place, I got a wee bit too excited and I pushed a bit too much and spun it. I thought, oh, well, here we go again.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us, I believe, mate. But yeah, we noticed that you did really well tonight, mate, so it's good to see you up there as usual. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to before you go?
Nah, not really. Nah, as usual, you guys for putting on such good broadcasts and Automatic for sponsoring us, and obviously Knockhill Circuit as well. The rest of the guys have been pretty good. And I'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, you shall do indeed, mate. So thanks very much for your time tonight. Well done on your results, and we'll see you then.
No bother, Charles.
Cheers, boy.
Yeah.
So last but not least is Taylor Lane. Taylor joins me in the booth. Hello, mate.
Hello.
Just tell us a little bit about your evening, really. I saw you a couple of times. You were involved in a couple of little bits here and there, some good battles, and yeah, some skirmishes. So yeah, how was it from your side?
Oh, it was a great evening of racing. Had a bit of a shocker in race 3. went into turn 1, and for some reason I've been having trouble going into there because the gearbox, going from 4th to 3rd to get into that turn, it just wasn't having it, and I kept getting a box of neutrals, and that put me into the wall, and that ended my race for race 3. But the final race was brilliant. It started in 27th and came all the way back up to 7th, so 20 positions gained. That's probably my best race so far.
I mean, we saw tonight. I mean, the racing just ridiculously close. Everybody knows this circuit, obviously, from some rookie days and things like that. And we used to go around here in the MX5s. I mean, is it a circuit that you know well in this car? Does it make for good racing? I mean, is it a lot of fun with the draft and stuff like that?
I've run this track quite a bit, obviously, in the rookie series, but yeah, it's great for racing. The draft wasn't, the slipstream wasn't too powerful. I think it was just enough for good racing, and it obviously proved to provide good racing because everyone was within tenths of a second, even hundredths of a second.
I did get, and I did ask someone for the schedule as well. Let me just bring up Roy's post because he was kind enough to let me know what it was in the middle of the race. So yeah, we are at VIR North next week. Obviously, not the big, massive traditional circuit. So how'd you like that place? Runoff. Not very kind there.
I've actually never raced that track, and I don't even own it, so I'm possibly not going to be here next week.
Oh, well. I was going to say, well, you'll either have fun, whichever way you do it, if you turn up or you don't turn up, because you'll have fun laughing at everybody crashing off and running wide, little bumps. There's just no runoff, no curves. It's like old school.
No, it is a good. It's a track where you have to either be balls to the wall or you're nowhere. It looks like a good track.
Awesome stuff. Right, mate, do you want to give a quick shout out while you're here? And yeah, we'll wrap the show up.
Yeah, would like to have a shout out for Automech Knockhill for letting me race for them in this series. Obviously, they're sponsored by Knockhill. I'd also like to do a shout out for my team, Northern Lights Racing, because they also provide me with what I need to race. And their sponsors, Isle of Base, GT Omega Racing, and Logo and Stitch. And that's all. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Taylor.
Thanks.
Right, Jazz, that's us done, mate.
Isn't it, mate?
For another week.
Oh, aye. That was a breathtaking one. That, to have a couple of races decided by hundredths and even thousandths of a second. It's a strange combination when you think of it, but once again, we've eaten our words and seen that these cars always provide good racing no matter what track they're on. It's just really, really good to see how consistent it is.
Yeah. Actually, there's nothing like having a sort of a low-powered car that's, a lot of fun to drive, keep the pack close, and, yeah, to give us a bit of excitement and a nice bit of draft to boot. Right.
Indeed.
Thanks very much, everybody. We'll look forward to seeing you in a week's time when we go to VIR. But, of course, don't forget to tune in Thursday night. We are at Indianapolis for the BSR TC. And then Friday night, we have the Apex Online Racing series over on their YouTube channel. See the links on our Facebook page for that one. Saturday, I believe it's the final round of the V8 Supercar, the Euro V8 Supercar, that is. And then Sunday, we head back to BSR for the Grand Tour. So lots going on here, Apex Racing TV. It's been a pleasure, as always. We will catch you then.